Hello, welcome back to Carlist, and today we have got a new pickup truck ready to enter the ever-expanding pickup truck market. So this time we've got a JMC, Jialing Motor Company, not to be confused with General Motors Company's GMC. It's from China, it's assembled by Angka-Tan in Malaysia, but it promises to be one of the most affordable pickup trucks in Malaysia. And let's find out what you get for that 98,000 ringgit. Alright, so this is JMC Vigus Pro 4x4, and one of the most striking bits about the car is this enlarged grille at the front. It is one of the most striking bits of the truck and probably what gets the truck the most attention. Yeah, a lot of people will have a look and see, what is this? I've never seen this before, and this is because of this front end. Another feature which gets the truck attention are these C-shaped daytime running lights. Okay, there's projector headlamps, but it's halogen, but it'll suffice. It's quite sharp and bright. This truck comes with 17-inch wheels laced with the Maxxis Bravo tires 265/65, and what this tells you is that it's ready to go off-road. If you have bigger tires, it's not really ready to go off-road. This one, it is. Like I said, it's ready to go off-road. So the car also comes with all these hooks. Maybe you want to put a tonneau to cover your cargo. So it's really utilitarian from that point of view. So at the rear, you've got these 3D looking tail lights. You've got a tailgate which has a camera here, and the third brake light has been put at the top of the sports bar for good visibility, according to JMC. Okay, dimensions wise, the Vigus Pro is comparable with all the other pickup trucks in Malaysia, but it is one of the widest trucks in Malaysia, so it's got more space that way to put cargo and space inside for passengers. So yes, the Vigus Pro is got IFS at the front, and it's got a rigid axle with leaf springs at the rear, and it can take 850 kilograms of load. Okay, coming back to the start of the show, the car is just fitted with some good mechanical bits. It's got a ZF 8-speed transmission, like the ones you find on most modern BMWs. It's got a Borg Warner transfer case. It's got an Eaton differential lock, which doesn't really work like a traditional diff lock. It just works like more like an LSD. And it's got Bosch injectors. So there you go. For 98 grand, you're gonna get a lot of reputable mechanical bits in this truck. So to match its striking exterior looks, JMC has given the truck some nice little touches inside to give it that striking feel too. So starting with this two-spoke steering wheel. I mean, when was the last time you saw a two-spoke steering wheel in any car? But apart from that, it's still quite tastefully done and it feels nice. Also, one of the stars is the fighter jet style gear lever here, which might have just been designed by Peugeot, because that's what they like. I mean, also it's got an 8-inch touchscreen here with Bluetooth connectivity. It's got a 3.5 TFT screen, which you can look at your fuel, clock setup, vehicle information. The interior, apart from all the fancy bits that we just mentioned, is not that fancy. It's more utilitarian than anything. There's hard plastic everywhere. Just the fabric seats. It's not fancy, but it's something that people might miss, because all trucks are just fancy these days. These are the kind of trucks, if you take off-road, if it gets dirty, you just wipe it and voila, it'll just look like new again. Even underneath the carpets, look, it's like rubber mats. So if you ever get your boots muddy or wet, it's a matter of just wiping it off, cleaning it, and fine, there you go. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you don't want a fancy truck. You just want a truck where you could just go inside, bash it around, and it'll be fine for a long time. As we mentioned before, this is one of the widest trucks in the market, and you can really tell there's a lot of space for 3 people to sit back here. Okay, the seat is a bit upright, but it'll do. I mean, it's comfortable enough. This is what we mean also by just simple and easy to take care of. I mean, look at this, okay? All of it is just laced with, I don't know what seems like PVC, but these are the kind of stuff that's durable, and if you ever get it muddy, you can just wipe it off and it'll be good as new. Just remove these carpets and you're okay. being that this is a truck made by a company with close affiliation with Ford, in fact JMC assembled Ford trucks in China, it surprisingly just feels like a Ford Ranger. Okay, what I mean by that is, if you've ever driven Ford Ranger, you will know that it's got pretty good handling. Even at the cusp of the national speed limit, you know, when you're going around a bend, it feels planted, just like what a Ranger feels like. And also, just like the Ranger, when you want to go, it just kind of just boosts you ahead like that, just like, you know, with all that turbo power. Doesn't feel so lumbering despite having 141 horsepower and 340 Newton meters torque, but that's probably because the 8-speed transmission is doing its job here, and it's pretty much, its downshift's pretty good, and you feel like you put your foot down, it's just gonna go. So what about support? I mean, this is a new truck from China. Well, this is a truck from China that is assembled by Angka-Tan Motors, which is like a subsidiary of Tanchong Group, which has been selling the Navara for the longest of time, so you're not going to have to worry about that. I mean, they know what they're doing and they've got the experience. I think the only thing that I'm nitpicking here, by the way, the only thing that I'm not really impressed with the truck, it's the ride. The handling is good, the ride is a bit stiff for my liking. It's quite bumpy, which I think you will not feel it if you had a good amount of load at the cargo and people at the back, but with just me driving it, it just feels quite bumpy and you can really feel it to the body of the car. But, and like I said, I'm just nitpicking there, but maybe you won't find that a problem. But it's also maybe because I just came off an Isuzu D-Max X-Terrain, and that car is very, very supple and well tuned. So one of the other things that Angka-Tan Motors wanted to project to us is that the fuel consumption in this car is very good. In fact, they've quoted it as saying it's going to do 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers. We're getting 9.7, but I haven't really been driving it like an angel, but that's still quite good. So another good thing about the Vigus Pro is it's pretty much got proximity sensors everywhere, even in front of the car. So we'll come out here to show how much clearance you've got. It beeps, that means you're too close. Couple that with the reverse camera, you pretty much got good visibility if you're gonna go off-road or in a shopping mall or anything like that. Alright, so who is this truck for? I mean, all the other trucks are quite like family car-ish. This is not really family car-ish. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a gap in the market for people that just want a truck that just works like a truck, you know? So this is what it is. I mean, yes, you could buy it and use it as your family car because, you know, it's still quite nice inside, but I think for 98,000, this could be your workhorse, a workhorse with good mechanical underpinnings, a workhorse that's not too expensive and you're not ready to, you know, feel like, oh, I've spoiled my money. And yeah, I think that's what this car is good for. Would you buy one if it was a price higher than 100,000? I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. But under 100 grand, this is quite a package. Alright, so before I leave you, here are just some quick things I like and dislike about the truck. Starting with just a normal traditional key, none of that fancy stuff. So, also, I know two-spoke steering wheel is very 90s, but it's just tastefully done. It's really nice. Another thing, I like the shifter. Yes, it does make you feel like you are in a spaceship or something, but yes, it's very nice. Also, one of the things that I like, it's easy to get in and out of a car. Despite having 225 ground clearance, let's say a Triton has 220, it just feels easy to get in and out of the car. You no longer have to worry about muddy boots in this car. Woo! Look at this. I don't know what it is, PVC or whatever, but it's definitely easy to clean. Okay, as much as they are soft and comfortable, from an aesthetic point of view, these seats could be better. From an aesthetic point of view, I don't know why they have to put hooks on the outside. You don't see it on any other truck, just put it on the inside. Just makes it I don't know, not streamlined. I don't know what these are, but why have them in the first place? It just blocks your view. And other trucks don't have them.